Well, welcome to another Old Ruins Travels. You join me today on a 3.5 kilometre walk to visit a film star and a television star. So let's go.
We're coming up to a very interesting bridge on the outskirts of our village before we get to where we're going. This is the Bluther Burn. Not just a burn, but it used to be a very, very important dividing line between Fife and, believe it or not, Perthshire. That is the old Packhorse Bridge. So we're just coming up to something that's going to be important later on in our story. I'll just take a little detour off by walk to see something else that's important to the story. And here we are. For those of you not from the area, the pronunciation is Culross. Not Culross, Culross. Along here is a chapel dedicated to St Kentigern, who was born here in 518 AD. The people of Glasgow will know him better as St Mungo. Mungo's mother, who was a princess, a daughter of a king in the Lothians, became pregnant. Now there is a debate whether she was raped or whether she had an affair with Owen Mab Urien. She was set adrift on the Forth in a coracle and ended up in Culross, where Kentigern, or Mungo, was born. Mungo was brought up by Saint Serf, who was minister to the Picts in that area, and Serf then gave him its popular pet name of Mungo rather than Kentigern. At the age of 25 he travelled to Strathclyde and began missionary work. The legend has it that this small chapel is built on the site of Mungo's birth. Well, it's cold and it's rainy, so first stop when I get to the village, coffee. This is the narrowest part, and yes, this is a bus route. This is Culross Palace, and it was built for Sir George Bruce. The west block dates from 1597. The north wing was built in 1611. The term palace was first noted in the 19th century, likely due to a mix-up with the term palatial house found in the property deeds. While it was never a royal residence, King James VI did pay a visit. Oh, there's hoovering. Right, first stop, cafe. I need a coffee. Oh, it's nice and warm in here.
Hiya. Oh, that's brilliant, thank you. This will go down just nicely. Well, that was really needed. Time for a wander, the rain stopped.
This rather pompous-looking gent is Thomas Cochrane, the 10th Earl of Dundonald, who spent a large part of his early life in Culross, where his family had estates. Between 1778 and 1831 he was a British naval officer, a politician and a mercenary. Serving during the French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars in the Royal Navy, his naval successes led Napoleon to nickname him the Sea Wolf. He was successful in virtually all of his naval actions. He travelled to South America and helped to organise and led the revolutionary navies of Chile and of Brazil during the respective wars of independence during the 1820s. Not content with this, it was while commanding the Chilean navy, Cochrane also contributed to Peruvian independence.
What is it with this place and pumpkins?
Ready for the contest?
I'm going to win. My dad's entering the contest too.
You got much of a team?
I'm working on it.
Right, we'll take this little road up to the market. Our first stop is here.
How much longer do you think you'll have to stay there?
He can leave any time he wants. His hour is done.
And just up from the market square is the location for a film that my late wife and I were in.
Interfering with the workings of the spirits. It's not your place.
There's a very interesting little thing. That little, what looks like a very, very small window, is known as an owl hole. In days before pest control, that was exactly what it was. It was to let owls in so they could hunt rats and mice in the house. Even in Culross, the electricity substations in an old building. And another owl hole. Well, I'm freezing, so it's about time I headed back. It shouldn't take me too long. I think I'll travel a bit quicker than the last time.
So before they built the railway in 1906, as I said, the water came right up. Hence the reason that this old boathouse is now high and dry.
Well, thanks again for joining me on one of my little journeys. Remember and subscribe and like. And I'm going to take a 2-week break because I've got other things to do. So my next video will be on the 1st of March. So we'll see you then.